So after Thursday's dev stream revealing everything coming in the Age of Heroes Chapter 1, I thought I'd go back to the stream and really look at the fine details to see what's coming in the Black Lotus Bazaar. We got a good look at a fair few things, and today I'm going to pull as much information out of the stream as possible for those new items. So without further ado, let's get started. So first up, let's tackle the big one, the Argossean Building Extension. This is obviously the big hitter of the group and one I think a lot of people will have their eyes on. Fortunately, Andy opened the building menu during the stream, so we know most, if not all of the pieces that will be in this extension, and they are as follows. What looks like a double door, 5 dome roof pieces, 2 doorway variations, a fancy railing, tall arches, mosaic floor and foundation pieces in square and in wedges, a door, a quarter pillar, 2 variants of spiral stairs with and without a railing, what seems like a hatch door, a skylight, and 3 window pieces, the bottom, middle and top. We got to see a couple of builds with the Argossean Extension, and it honestly looked really good. The dome roof pieces especially are a standout. I know a lot of us have been after these for a long time. Not included on the screenshot of the pieces are the vaulted ceilings, which were shown extensively in the stream. These pieces are beautiful with a double layered parallax effect, constellations and Aquilonian zodiac symbols and moon phases on the sides, finished with a sanded glass texture. From what we've seen thus far, this extension honestly looks great. I wasn't sure if Argossean really needed an extension, and to be fair, I don't think it needs one as much as something like Frontier or Khitan, but it's a popular set, and I think this extension will probably end up being very popular too, especially with the dome roof pieces, spiral stairs and those impressive vaulted ceilings. Of course, I'll be fully reviewing this extension when it does come out. Next, we got a brief look at 2 new armour sets. Those are the Corinthian Academic and Stargazer sets. Academic has a white shirt and a knee-length skirt, at least on the female model, alongside an asymmetrical green shawl, red accents and a wide-brimmed hat. The Stargazer set has a much more ornate design, with a pinned white undershirt and a long skirt, a green cut half robe held with a red belt, a small neck scarf and a green head covering. These armours are actually really nicely made, have a unique colour scheme, and I quite like the designs. I'm not sure if they're actually armour, or more akin to clothing like the Numidian Peasant or Barachian Castaway sets, but they are undoubtedly very nice. Keeping with the Observatory themes, there are also some more placeables coming in the style of the Corinthian Observatory. I've spotted what looks like sofa pieces, a very large armillary, some sort of either chest or solid table piece, and also banners that I'm pretty sure are made in the observatory style. I do imagine there are probably more of these placeables, though these are the only ones I've spotted. There's no real way of knowing if they're in a decorative bundle, together with the armour, or something else, but they're most definitely coming in the Age of Heroes. I also spotted 3 miscellaneous additions. Firstly, Andy said that we're getting new ivy, which was shown on this build. It doesn't look too different from the ivy we have now, to me at least anyway, but it might be a bit different with a more in-depth look, or perhaps it's shaped differently, as the ivy we have now does always tend to curve to the left. Additionally, I spotted what I think is a new mace on a couple of weapon displays. I think this might be in the observatory theme, as from what I can tell, the top of the mace seems similar to the armillary designs, but there isn't really enough to be certain about that. Finally, in this section there was also a grape stomping tub shown briefly for all the wine enjoyers. The dream of a Conan Exiles vineyard gets one step closer. Of course, if you watched the stream, or even if you've just seen my recap, you'll definitely have seen the dog. This is a Corinthian herding dog. I'm not sure if it's in the Bazaar or not. I would lean towards it possibly being a Bazaar item given that it's in the Corinthian theme, but I can't confirm that yet. Nevertheless, for dog lovers, there is that new dog. I also caught a glimpse of a couple of cats too during the stream, though I couldn't get a good clip of them as they were usually a decent distance away most of the time, so I'm not 100% confident in saying they're new cat skins. They did look like it to me, but because of the distance and because we didn't get a good look, I'm not 100% certain. Finally, the market pieces. These were shown very briefly but are also included in some of the press art for this chapter, specifically this image titled Pirate Market. There's a lot of detail here, including hanging meat, furs, new pots, potentially a new workstation based on the animation of this thrall, market carts, and of course the stalls themselves. More market pieces are always welcome, as the base game doesn't have a great variety of them, but unfortunately that's about all we know for these pieces. Also, as a side note, this armour seems new too, as does the weapon. The chaps are a bit odd, not really like anything else I've seen in game. The helmet is pretty extravagant with feathers, and the hammer is quite colourful, but we can't really say much more than that as the character isn't facing us and we can't really pick up on any cultural motifs. And with that, that is about everything. Those are all of the notable Bazaar additions I saw in the Age of Heroes Chapter 1 dev stream. It's possible some of these may not be Bazaar assets, as we are getting new placeables and armour in the base game too with the companion system, but outside of the Ivy and the Argossean Extension, nothing else was explicitly mentioned as a Bazaar edition. If it was explicitly stated as a base game thing, then I've not included it in this video, but it's possible I did miss some small details, so if you spotted anything I didn't, do let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and of course a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and if you want to get videos like this early and support the channel directly, do check out the Patreon too, link in the description and pinned comment. Take care, and I'll see you soon.